What's up everyone, I'm Adam from FWCI Sports and Gaming, and let's have a chat about WWE 2K22. With SummerSlam just around the corner, hopefully we get some more information very soon, but there's still a lot of unanswered questions to do with this game. So I'm going to go through some of the questions that everybody's kind of asking at the moment and speculate on what could happen. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's jump into it.
Product not yet rated.
So with the usual 2K release date of October fast approaching, we still don't have a great deal to work with, but here's what we do know. It hits different.
I don't understand that one.
Actually, there's no clear explanation as what that actually means. But, you know, the yearly roster update is also going to be really fun and... okay? Well, Visual Concepts at least has a history of making great sports-based content, and
the main issue with 2K16's My Career is that it does something that should never happen in a sports game. The story takes away from the gameplay.
well, okay, think about it this way. When the 2K series debuted on the PS4 and the Xbox One, it was a huge step forward from 2K14
And if you think the match types have been stripped down, well then you should see the fucking creation suite.
Come to think about it, I'm really worried about this game.
But the fact is, and here's a fact for you, mate.
So we really haven't had any information other than a reveal trailer showing Rey Mysterio doing the 619 and some really disappointing development footage as well. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm really worried because WWE and 2K don't have a great track record of balancing new game releases across different console generations, and it feels like we didn't get that level of improvement and innovation during the PS4, Xbox One era that we hoped for. But from 2K16 to 2K19, the series has been nothing more than roster updates, mild visual improvements, very minor gameplay tweaks, and a fan base left wanting more. Then there was 2K20, which was an absolute disaster from top to bottom. So what about 2K22? Since 2K16, a large chunk of the WWE 2K series development has been done by Visual Concepts, namely the Showcase and My Career modes. These modes, in my opinion, have always been the worst elements of the WWE 2K series, and Visual Concepts is very much at the helm of WWE 2K22. Visual Concepts is most notably known for the critically panned WWE 2K20 career mode, as well as a series of very poorly received NBA 2K career modes as well. What's ironic about this is the NBA and WWE career modes have been neither visually impressive or contained any interesting concepts. And it looks like we have another Visual Concepts effort to endure in 2K22. But what about the gameplay? While 2K19 seemed to have found the best balance between fun gameplay and visually impressive graphics, to say that WWE 2K gameplay has been consistently fun would be a bit of a stretch. 2K20 gave us some hilarious glitches, sure, but the drastic drop in quality from 2K19 that was never truly repaired is inexcusable for a company that holds the monopoly on Triple H wrestling titles. So the vastly improved gameplay and it hits different advertising approach could actually be the selling point for WWE 2K22, but as any true fan of the series knows, this is a minor part of the overall problems with WWE 2K. The reveal trailers haven't shown us anything that interesting, so this gameplay revamp would want to be pretty significant to avoid criticism from a deservingly cautious and disgruntled fanbase. And with no game modes or actual gameplay information being provided yet, some fans, myself included, are feeling a little bit nervous, and that's before realizing the other concerning issues such as the roster. While WWE 2K is hoping for a 2002 level Triple H comeback, the current goings on in WWE is going to make that very difficult. WWE has released nearly 50 wrestlers during 2021, including former world champions Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, as well as most of the NXT roster. With 2K22 presumably finished with development, the WWE has given 2K and Visual Concepts an additional hurdle to overcome. Clearly, WWE doesn't care about this one way or the other if their spree of releases over the last 12 months is any indication. Losing wrestlers like Bronson Reed, Buddy Murphy, Braun Strowman, and Ruby Riott is one thing, but one would have to think that The Fiend would have some unique moments in this game's exhibition and career modes. So losing Bray Wyatt could could result in either mad scrambling by 2K and Visual Concepts, or a chunk of content being left out of the game entirely. So will we see a reliance on legends? Will we see new legends, or are we doomed for another year of Greg Valentine and Brutus Beefcake? 2K19 had some fictional characters included from the career mode. I hope we don't see 2K pad out the roster by adding more original made-up characters, but a few of these certainly added more options for the hardcore creators. So this should make the 2K22 roster reveal very interesting. But let's talk about the DLC. Given that 2K20 was a complete disaster, and this has all but been confirmed by 2K when 2K21 was scrapped, the full DLC for WWE 2K20 will still set players back over $60 Australian just for the season pass and the bump in the night content. With this being said, I don't have any desire to see any more fantasy-based DLC like the Wasteland Warriors and Bump in the Night content from 2K20. Sports games seem to be drifting away from simulation style and more into the fantastical as of late. Just spend 5 minutes in the NBA 2K park, or play a game of NBA 2K My Team online. Players don't appear to be interested in reality more, and the more ridiculous a game can be, the more attention it seems to get. And you know 2K is going to try and connect with that market. So while we may still get some roster expansion DLC, expect to see more of the same of what we got in 2K20. As far as 2K doing something for its loyal fanbase as an apology for 2 years of bad wrestling games or no wrestling games, something like free DLC for 2K22, don't hold your breath. GM mode or universe mode? It has been almost 15 years since we had a general manager mode in a WWE game. What is going on? While universe mode has been incredible with the customization options, it never really captured the fun that GM mode had. And the reason why is very easy to answer. Universe mode has no stakes. There's no contracts, no injuries, no fatigue, no reliable ranking system, and most of all, there is no match or show rating system. Yes, the game will give you a star rating after playing a match, but that is purely to calculate the VC paid to the player. Universe mode has been fun for many, many years at this point, but the fans want to compete against the computer or other players. The single child you are God setup has become boring with universe mode, and the stories have somehow managed to decrease in quality over the years, and in the words of Owen Hart, enough is enough and it's time for a change. But if you are a WWE 2K fan that does feel let down and betrayed by 2K and Visual Concepts over the last few years, if we get a GM mode that displays the level of logic and consistency that 2K puts into the current universe mode, then disappointment might be the order of the day. And that is what makes me worried about this game. All of those points, the roster, the DLC, GM mode / universe mode, the gameplay, the fact that it is August and we still haven't had any indication about what they're going to improve. So either 2K, Visual Concepts, and WWE is sitting on some amazing announcement, or they're just scrambling to make sure that everything is right for this game in time for the release, which is not a good sign considering they've had 2 years to work on it. So that's my thoughts on the upcoming WWE 2K22 video game. I'm quietly concerned about what's going to happen, but I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say in the comments, and as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, subscribe to FWCI Sports and Gaming, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.